Greetings, everyone. This is First and 2753 with the 5th episode of Hearts of Iron 4 Japanese Faction Campaign. And in the last episode, we made China a puppet of Japan. And we have reorganized Nationalist China down here, which is basically a member of our faction. And I think with its combined with its armies and our armies combined, I think the faction itself, it's not actually officially a faction yet, but I think our numbers actually challenge like the Soviet Union's numbers in divisions. So we have a pretty significant, there they are, pretty significant number of divisions that the Chinese gave us, and we didn't have to go to war with each other, which I think was actually a good move, because if you look at my logistics surpluses, I am really not ready for a major war against a large power like China. However, I am going to go to war with this southern Chinese province, which I will have the war claim in 61 days. So let's get the clock running here and get moving on that. And first order of business is probably going to be political power. We're gaining 1.9 political power, 0.9 political power today. Whoa! I did not realize that I had the daylight nighttime thing on. I'll leave it on for a while, see what you guys think. So yeah, that's weird when that transitions, especially at high speeds. If you do it at a high speed, it's kind of like insane. It gets to be insane. I think it gets to be insane. Oh, I guess it doesn't affect at the high speed. Okay. Alright, well, that's that. Like I was saying, we have, that's annoying, I'm gonna get rid of it. Yeah, okay. We have 0.9 political power adding per day. We have base value of 2. And then a 15% increase because of one of our ministers. Yes, nice. One political point is going towards subduing warlords, national focus, and 0.4 is going daily to improving relations with the Soviet Union, which is critical. I didn't mention much about trade before. Well, I gotta set up something here. No, I don't, not yet. Well, yes, I should. Hold on. I have to design a battle plan before I go into. I was gonna talk about trade for a little bit, but before I do that, let's look at a battle plan. Are these hills? Yes, they are. They're mountains. Yuck. We should invade through there if we can. That's a river. Oh, I can see why this is its own province. It's pretty well defended here. Mountains along. Wow. Except for here, we have. Those aren't even. Those are just plains. Okay. So, I have an amphibious group here. Actually, I'm just going to combine this whole army into one group. And I think they can all partake in an amphibious invasion that I will land right there. 8 divisions. Actually, I'd rather go there. There we go. Yeah, 8 divisions. And that'll be far away from their front. Or should I land right there? Just go right for the capital. I could crush them. Or I could just land at the capital. They probably have troops defending the capital. There's a river here. Ah, tough decision. I think we'll stick with that. Okay. And then these units. Well, I think I'll take these guys. And let's drive towards the port. let's take all of these guys and drive right towards the capital. This unit will attempt to come through the capital. I don't like that. It's weird that they're coming around like that. They should be... I guess they're not even going to attack through the mountains. I do want them to attack the mountains. I don't want them... I don't know. Alright. You know, I'm indecisive right now, yeah. I get it. I guess that's probably the best way to do it. And then these guys... will drive that way. It's gonna be ugly. Alright, this is the cavalry. 1st Cavalry Army. And they are at a estimated plan value of 56, which gives us an advantage. Large river crossing hurts, and the division's still preparing. We're not gonna have time to fully prepare. 1st Marines, their plan is at a 60% plan value and is considered to be advantageous. And then the main army has got like 3 thrusts there. They have some large river crossings to deal with, but they're still at 50% value and at an advantage. Okay. That's my invasion plan. The other thing I should do is get Air Force. I'll wait for the air power. What do I have here? 233 planes, close air support, fighters, naval bombers. Looks good. I should probably get some tactical bombers down there. They don't look like they have any air bases. I don't see any air bases. Do they have a navy? And I definitely can't pronounce this country. I tried to look it up on Forvo, but it didn't even have a pronunciation there. Looks like no navy estimated. Just 5 transport ships. That's it. 2 military factories and 9 to 11 civilian factories. That's cool. That'll help us. That'll almost get us to 100. We'll get us into the 90s. This is Portugal. There's no slots available here. That's just a trade port. That's it. Okay. Let me get the clock running again here. Alright, so what I was saying before was about trade. A lot of my resources are coming from the Soviet Union. Where is that one? Right there. 8 oil and 3 aluminum coming from the Soviet Union. There's more than that, actually. Where's my oil? There. We have 24 oil being delivered from the Soviet Union. I think there's actually supplies coming through there. I don't know where they're coming from. 24 oil from the Soviet Union and 12 from the United States. We're pretty dependent on oil, but we have a surplus of 8, so there's some room there. Aluminum is short in supply, and it seems like outside of Europe and the United States, there's not a lot of aluminum on the map. There's some in, like, I guess southern Siberia over here, but that's still Soviet Union, which is a European country. Which is starting to make me rethink the whole peace with the Soviets deal. Right now I'm trading with them, and I guess I can trade with them for a while. But I might want to consider moving in to Mongolia from Manchuria, just to position myself for a possible backstabbing against the Soviet Union when Operation Barbarossa inevitably takes place. So we all know that Hitler will backstab the Soviet Union at one point. I am apparently trading with Germany and Italy. I'm exporting tungsten and chromium, which I have a tremendous amount of tungsten and chromium. Yeah, those numbers are huge. 49 surplus of tungsten and 68 surplus of chromium, and I'm going to get even more when I capture this. So tremendous amounts of tungsten and chromium. Tungsten is a rare hard metal mainly used for anti-tank munitions, also by machine tools and specialized parts. Chromium is a metal used for the construction of advanced engines. That's like aircrafts. So I did take a look at some of my naval production here. I do want to make an adjustment. Let's see. Light cruisers. Oh no, they're not as expensive as I thought. Battleships are very expensive. This might be my last battleship. I don't think I'm going to build battleships. Look at that. 4 steel, 2 oil. That's a lot. I think my focus is going to be more on... I would like my focus to be more on cruisers, I think. Capital ships. No. There we go. Heavy cruisers. No, heavy cruisers are pretty... Alright, never mind. I don't know why I thought heavy cruisers were less. What about battle cruisers? Battle cruisers are less. I think I'm going to start manufacturing battle cruisers as opposed to battleships. And this thing... Oh, I didn't want to do that. How do I get the information? Oh, I guess it's right on there. Naval firepower, evasion, naval firepower 16. How does that compare to the battleship? Naval firepower 22. Oh, okay. I guess it's quicker. Production cost for a battleship is 10,000, where it's only 6 for the battle cruiser is only 75. Right. I need more convoys is what I need. I'm gonna postpone that for, well, sure, get rid of it. Postpone that for a little bit. Speed things up. Subduing warlords in 39 days. And we are coming to the end of October 1937. Developing a more advanced cruiser or destroyer and radio. So those two should come in. Oh, and we are about to have some political power moves. My move for political power is going to be... There are several areas I like. Ship designer was one. I'm going to go with the Atlantic ship designer, but not yet, I don't think. This is probably the best one. There's the least amount of like negatives here. Production costs increases with escort fleet designer. Armor decreases with Pacific fleet designer. And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on with the coastal defense fleet designer. So I'm going to go with this one, which will increase our carrier armor plus 50%, and our naval research time by 10%, armor by plus 10, and naval firepower plus 10 for capital ships. That's my best choice in the ship design. I'm not going to go ship design yet, but that is going to be coming up soon. Chief of the Navy was another area I was looking at. Chief of the Navy right there. Commerce rating. or naval aviation. I think I'm probably going to do commerce rating. Or, yeah, convoy rating. Because with aircraft designer, I think I'm going to go with the naval aircraft designer, which will give me advanced research time there and some naval bomber, carrier bomber advantages. We're going to try to maintain control of the seas. Because I was looking last night at the overall map, and oh, here we go. Let me just make the decision first. So, who am I going to decide on? The other option, the third option, was military high command, and I'm looking at infantry. Infantry attack is +10, defense is 15%, which is like the biggest bonus I have here. And I'm going to be, well, actually, those are actually some pretty big bonuses, but there's two, and I'm going to be using, most of my divisions are infantry, and I'm going to be using infantry immediately, soon, with, subduing these warlords. This invasion is going to be mostly infantry based. So, back to military high command, we're going to go with the infantry expert. There we go. Okay. Speed things back up. Yeah, the other command, army logistics. I don't think we're going to face too much attrition because we've got China as a puppet. Tactical bombing support. I feel like I saw that already. Concealment. Reduces enemy air support, but the enemies don't really have any air power. Ace generation, I'm going to have that in a doctrine, I think, eventually. And anti-aircraft, again, no enemy air power. So from the military high command, I think infantry is the best one. I'll probably go logistics next when I start moving into, well, it depends. If I have supply problems, I'll go logistics. But if not, I'm going to go for the carriers to increase the sortie efficiency. And tactical bombers, which is right there for increased ground support. That's my military high command strategy when I get to that. And that's most of my political stuff. Most of my political agendas for appointments here. I'm not going to change any laws yet. Limited conscription. Actually, you know what? I probably should have changed this. Yeah, to extensive conscription. I'll have to do that at some point too. All adults serve. That's 450. Wow. Scraping the barrel. Service requirement. Recruitable population 10%. Factory output's down. That's no good. Yeah, extensive conscription is the next best. See, limited conscription has like no negative side effects. Extensive conscription has limited negative side effects, which increased training time, but, you know, by that time we won't need to train. So when we get more towards war, we'll change that. Limited exports. Closed economy would be the best, but no resources will be exported. That's great. Don't have to worry about exporting. Yeah, factory output is higher, but there's a lot of resources getting exported. And our problem, I think, is mostly resource-based with oil and rubber. At least that's what it was historically. Rubber right now. No rubber. So I should probably build a synthetic oil refinery somewhere as one of the next constructions. Because we are running out of capacity. So we'll be limited where we could probably... Nah, I want to build it in Japan, I think. Yeah, I think I'll definitely want to build it in Japan. Oh, we are running low. Probably in one of these two provinces down here. Or maybe the island. Right there. One of these two, actually. Keep it protected. We still got some room down there in Japan. Okay. So back to the focus tree. Subduing warlords coming up soon. The next one after that, we're going to move towards focusing on naval production. Increase naval production, which will give us 2 more dockyards. 4 dockyards total. Oh, man. That's more than I thought. And then naval primacy will also give us another 4 dockyards. These two might be pretty good to dramatically increase our naval production. But will I have the resources for these dockyards? After I capture this province, I will, or the warlord. After I defeat the warlord down there, I definitely will. But I am gonna have to deal with some other stuff. After I defeat the warlord, I am gonna probably wait a little bit. I might move into Mongolia. Well, Mongolia is communist, right? They're probably protected by the Soviet Union. They're in the faction with the Soviet Union. Ugh. Okay, that's gonna be that's tough. The other option would be to come around here, take Sinkiang. I don't know. Well, I mean, China should probably conquer these areas, but I'm not going to get too involved. I might just unleash them on communist China and these two warlords here. Debating about Yuan. Once I take this province, I'll have bordered with France, Indochina, and demanding Indochina is one of the focuses that I'm going to go for. But I'll have to go to sever Sino-German ties and founding our own faction first. That's the whole point of this series, I guess, founding their own faction. So we're going down that way. That'll give us some options with the Indian Army and some options with Siam as well. So that's a nice little route to go down. But I'm going to wait because I actually like the fact that the Germans are giving land doctrine to... Oh, we got some world tension there. I like the fact that the Germans are giving land doctrine to the Chinese because the Chinese are a puppet state of ours, so that helps. Alright, so doing warlords. The Chinese have allowed their once proud empire to be shattered, brought to pieces by radical military cliques. The Empire of Japan will not stand for such divisions, even of its subjects. So now we have conqueror focuses for several warlord provinces. We're definitely going to focus on this one right here. And I hope I can keep... I'm not going to call China in. Italy announces claims on Yugoslavian territory. Interesting. So they're going to go after Yugoslavia. I did that in the Italian game and actually was able to conquer Yugoslavia. It worked out pretty well. Those territories seem more Italian than Yugoslavian. Ha! Huh. Okay, next national focus is going to be increased naval production. So it'll give us 4 naval dockyards and increased Navy experience. That will take 70 days. In the meantime, we have a war goal available. We have several war goals available that expire in December 1939. Ah, I didn't realize that they expired. But I got a lot of time before they expire. And I'll probably utilize them for all of them. And I think I'm going to let China go after these guys. And I might grab that one. There's some tungsten down there. Not like I need tungsten, but there's just 4 slots here. And I guess the estimated 2 military factories and 2 civilian factories. That'd be nice. It's always helpful. It does put us on the border of British Raj. But we are going to try to incite a rebellion there. So we might be able to better support them. Interesting. Interesting. Now, for the war goal. What happened here? Tensions increased. Italy put the claims on Yugoslavia. We want to keep the world tensions down because the further the world tension is down, the less the United States has the ability to move towards war and get involved in war. The less democracies have the ability to do that. So that's one of the goals, diplomatic. We're trying to play a diplomatic game. And this has been 24 minutes, so I've gone a little longer than I usually go. So I'm going to put an end to this episode, and we'll start the invasion and the war in the next episode. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care.